Okay, time to do a couple of examples. So let's say we have a part that has a hole, let's say an inside diameter, right? And let's say it gives us this inside diameter of 4.5 inches. And so we want to use that inside diameter to calculate the circumference and the radius of the hole. So let's do that. Well, since this is the diameter, and it's easy to measure diameter of a hole, right? Well, much easier to measure a diameter, an inside diameter, using calipers, right? To use some calipers than it is to measure the radius. So a lot of times we'll use the diameter in these cases. And so now what we're going to do is to find the circumference, we're going to just use the formula pi times d. Okay? And then of course to find the radius we could just use the fact that the radius is half the diameter. Okay? So if we do that, again we could use the pi function in our calculator, right? The pi key in our calculator, and we can get an estimated value for the circumference as what is it? Let me put it in the calculator. And it's approximately 14.137, or we could just round it to one decimal place, 14.1 inches. Okay, so 14.1 inches. Okay, and then the diameter, or the radius, is easy. Just take half of the diameter, which is 4.5, so half of that is going to give us 2.25 inches. Okay. And that's it. Now, let's do another example that deals with an application. So let's say a circular redwood hot tub has a diameter of 5 feet 3 inches. Okay, so we're dealing with a hot tub, right? Okay, so we have a circular hot tub. Okay, and we're told that the diameter is 5 feet 3 inches. Okay, allowing 4 inches extra for fastening. What length of steel band is needed to encircle the hot tub and hold the boards in place? Okay, so the hot tub has a diameter, so inside diameter, right? Well, let's read this again. So a circular redwood hot tub has a diameter of 5 feet 3 inches, allowing 4 inches extra for fastening. What length of steel would need to be added? Okay, so what they want to do, and so just so you understand the problem, is we had this diameter of 5 feet 3 inches, right? Now, they want to allow 4 inches for fastening. So fastening means that we've got these boards going all the way around, right? So we're going to need a steel band that goes all the way around that hold the boards in place, right? So what they want to do is they want us to allow 4 inches for fastening, okay? Which means we want an extra 4 inches so that way when we get to the end, you're going to use something to fasten it down, to pull it together like a belt, okay? Just to have it like a visual. I'm not sure if it's exactly like that, but if any of you have ever dealt with any of those screw type fasteners like that hold on rubber tubes onto your car, like the different rubber tubes that go into the engine and different things like that for water and other fluids. They're usually held on by like a fastener that has a screw that as you turn the screw, it pulls it in like a belt. So that's the picture I have in my mind. That's kind of like working here. So you need a little bit of overlap in order to get for the fastening. So anyway, we're going to end up having to calculate the circumference, and then we want to add on that extra 4 inches, right, for the fastening. Okay, so let's do that. Well, first of all, we want to make sure we got these units together. We need to have these units all in feet. We can't have a mixed units like this. So I'm going to change this into feet. Let's change it into feet. Okay. So in feet, this would be 5 feet or 5 1/4 foot, right? There's 12 inches in a foot. So this would be 3/12, which would be 1/4. So this is going to be 5 1/4 feet, or 5.25 feet. Okay, so there's our diameter in feet. And so now we want to find circumference. Oh, by the way, how we get this formula for circumference, and I didn't say this in the beginning, I should have, but I'm going to explain it now, is that the way they get circumference is we know that if we take the ratio of the diameter with the circumference, that is going to equal pi. Okay? So we know that pi is the number, it's a number, and for every circle, doesn't matter what the circle is, if you take the circumference, if you measure the circumference, and you divide it by its diameter, that is going to give you the number pi. Okay? And so that's where we come up with the formula, circumference equals pi times d. Okay, so anyway, I did not mention that in the beginning, but I wanted to mention that now. Okay, so now let's use the formula for circumference and say, hey, well, we got the diameter, 5.25, so now all we have to do is take pi and multiply that. So 5.25 times pi. And so that gives us a circumference of approximately what? 16.5 feet. Yep, so 16.5 feet. 16.5 feet. And so what is this? This is going to be 16 feet, 6. So half a foot is 6 inches. Okay, and so now we also, now again, don't forget, we have to add the 4 inches. So our final answer of how much steel banding we're going to need a total of 16 feet, 10 inches. And that's our final answer. Have a great day.